Okay. So I just want to know, do you guys already know about like other programming languages, or like may know your background? Like this is like you are starting from the scratch, or you're already working on a project, or any about your programming skills. Hel- Hello.
Hello, yeah, sorry. So from my end, I've worked with Java. I've worked with J2EE servlets API creation many years ago, and I've
Mm-hmm.
done some college courses in Java as well, where I think I covered a lot of fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, I've worked with JavaScript, Python, C++, currently working on Rust. So I have some basic experience in multiple programming languages.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. And what about others? Guys, can you unmute and speak?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, may I know about your experience?
Pardon? Hello.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Uh-huh.
May I know you already know about the Java, may I know like what are the technologies you know?
Yeah, I know Java.
Okay, so in Java you know all the concepts?
Yeah, almost all. Kind of.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. There is one more person not able to. Okay. Okay. So now what I will do is, you guys are already know like lot of concepts. So what I will do is, instead of wasting time in this introduction and all, so what I will do is I will just, quickly ask some like concepts. Okay. So if you already know the concepts, then what I will do is I will just skip that concept, and I will, where we will learn new concepts. So what do you guys will tell for that?
Um, so I have a question. So, regardless of whether you cover the concepts of all, would you still be providing like these lecture notes, these slides, etc., for us to go through? Because it's been a while since I've properly used Java, so I'd love a ground up refresher of my knowledge anyway.
Yes, that is what I want to know because yeah. Okay, so we'll do
Yeah.
one thing. We'll go from the scratch only. So we'll start from ABCD, then we can move ahead because
No,
this is
we can go at the pace with everyone else is comfortable with.
uh,
I should be able to grasp the concepts if you manage to skip by them. I just wanted to ask basically if you can make these notes available nevertheless. Like, is there some online place you can put up the resources on?
yes, yes. What I will do is like every class, what I will do is I'm sending you the this PPT, and every class what I'm doing is I'm doing some Java FAQs as well. Basically, this kind of a document. So every class PPT document and screen recordings I will send you guys.
All right.
Mhm.
And sorry, I had another question. So, do you require us to install any particular environment, any preferred ID, or will you tell that as we go along?
Sure, sure, sure. So basically, no, you can install Eclipse. So what I will do is instead of installing Eclipse, we have something called as STS. Okay, Spring Suite tool. So that no
Okay.
link is given here. Okay, so the link given here. You can go to that site and you can download this STS. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So the links will be given here, and you need to install JDK and JRE in order to work with Java. So that links also is given in the end of the PPT here. Okay,
Okay, and any preferred versions of those or just the latest ones?
you can install latest ones is fine.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay, okay, guys. So okay, okay, I will start with the introduction. So like when somebody asks you about what is Java, So you tell it's a programming language, right? So, but Java is a programming language and it's a platform as well. Okay. So what is basically platform? So platform is any hardware or a software environment in which program runs. That is basically a platform. So why Java is platform? See, for example, if you take a programming language such as like PHP. So PHP, so it only useful to develop the web application. So basically, PHP you cannot use to develop probably see our Java code. It will runs on hardware components as well. For example, if you take a mobile phone or if you take ATM machines, so like that. So Java is basically it's a platform. It can run on both hardware and software environment as well. So that is basically a platform. So that's why Java is a programming language and it's a platform. So as you know, according to the Sun Microsystem, so previously, so the Java was owned by Sun Microsystem. Like currently, it is acquired by whom? Whom, guys? So Java is acquired by whom now? Any idea?
Oracle.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So previously, if you want to do any Java certification, so we used to do with Sun Microsystem, right? Sun SJCP exam was there. So now, if you want to do any certification, you have to do OCJP, that is Oracle, right? So, so according to the Sun, 3 billion devices which run Java. So, okay, so Java is to to develop this desktop application, web application, enterprise application, mobile, like embedded smart cards. This smart card, this is really interesting. It is also used in the ATM cards as well, debit cards, credit cards. Okay, so these are all some of the uses of Java. Okay, so this is as a Java developer, you have to understand the platforms. So we have basically Java SE, Java EE, and Java ME. So now Java SE, okay. So Java SE is Java Standard Edition. So basically, Java SE is used to develop the desktop applications. So what are basically the desktop applications? The desktop applications is, for example, if you take the calculator or Word or antivirus. So basically, when you develop an application, which actually in the end result is .exe, right? So, so that is basically Java Standard Edition. So now, in this course, we are not concentrating on developing the Java Standard Edition. So basically, we will be working on Java EE. So SE, we are not at all working. In Java SE, we have to work on swings, applet, these things. We are not working on Java SE. So we are working on Java Enterprise Edition. So EE, okay. So now it is an enterprise platform that mainly is used to develop web and enterprise applications. So here we are going to learn about Servlet, JSP, or web services, okay, or Spring Boot. So everything will comes under the Java Enterprise Edition only. Now the question for you is, so basically, wherever in the job portals, if they mention about Java EE developers require, right? So which mean so you can apply for this job. Okay, Java EE developers means they're asking indirectly the this web developers only. Okay, so this is basically Java EE. Next is Java ME. Okay, so basically when I started working on Java, initially I thought Java ME means Java mobile phone editions. Okay, so it's not actually a mobile phone edition. It's Java ME, Java Micro Edition. Okay, it is mainly used to develop mobile phone applications. So for example, we have this Android is there, right? So Android apps are also can be developed with Java as well, right? So that is Java MB. Okay, so these are all the editions we have. Okay, so history of Java. Okay, so I don't want to go in detail. So basically, we had that time we have Sun Microsystem. In Sun Microsystem, there was a small team. Okay, James Gosling along with Mike Sheridan, they initiated Java programming in 1991. This James Gosling is also called as the father of Java. Okay, James Gosling. So now, so actually, that time in 1991, so that time what happened is So electronic applications like set-top boxes. So basically, what do you know what is set-top boxes basically? Anybody? Set-top boxes. Okay, so basically the set-top boxes means in India we use this Sun Direct, this Tata Sky, this is there, right? So this is basically we'll call it as a set-top boxes. So set-top box is basically it's a hardware device, right? So that time they're searching for a programming language which is compatible for the hardware. Okay, so that time there was a necessity for a programming language. Okay, so initially there was Java intention was to develop for the set-top boxes only. Okay, see for example if you take Android, so basically the operating system was developed for the cameras, basically cameras interface. So now what happened? So initially they developed for the camera, then slowly they implemented for the mobile phone, right? So similarly, Java is like they are designed for the set-top boxes only. Now initially, like the Java name was GreenTalk and the extension was GT. After that, it is called as a Oak language as well. So why they are called as Oak language means the national tree of USA and Canada is oak. Okay, so that's why they call it as a oak. Okay, and yeah, so the finally what happened is James Gosling and many of the like people they suggested to go for like initially they thought to put it as a silk language, but it was not unique. So because of that, like what they did is uh, they uh, they felt like Java is a unique name. So the name of Java came from Indonesia. So in the world map, if you go at Indonesia, if you zoom in, so there was a small island, okay, that is called as a Java Island. In Java Island, the first coffee bean has been produced. So basically that's why the Java, the symbol itself, it's kind of a coffee mug. If you see, the Java symbol is kind of a coffee mug, okay. So that is the basically history of Java, right? Okay, so now the features of Java. So as you know, the features of Java, the like syntax is based on C++. If you already know the C++, Java is like little bit easy because the syntax is basically more or less. So there also main will be there. Here also main will be there. So it will be kind of easy for you. And Java will support object-oriented programming language concepts. So it will support like object class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. So what I will do is, we'll go in detail to study all these concepts in upcoming classes. Okay. So Java is platform independent. So for now, I will just, I'm not explaining about the platform independent. Just for like I'm keeping the it for like hold because I need to explain about the bytecode concept. Okay, so just I will explain. So once after I explaining about the bytecode concept, I will explain about this platform independent. Okay, so next is Java is secured. So when compared to C++, Java is secured because we are not using any pointers. Okay, so here the memory management is taken care by the this we have something called as JVM. So JVM will take care of the memory management. Okay, so that's why it is secured. And next is multi-threaded. So multi-threaded is basically, a thread is a separate program executing concurrently. So we will be working on, these threads. So how to run a thread or how to, perform operations on thread. We'll be learning in Java. Okay. So multi-threading is basically, if you want to do multiple tasks, okay, you can use the multi-threading concepts. Okay. So now can anybody tell me how Java code will get execute? Anybody have knowledge about like how Java code will get execute? Anybody? Like what is the phases? Like how Java code will get execute? Anybody? That's okay. Even if it is right, wrong, it doesn't matter. If you know, you can express. Okay. Okay, I will just open the paint. Okay, so now what we are doing is, initially what we will do, we'll write a Java program by using valid syntax. Okay, so now what I am doing is, here I'm writing a Java program. Okay, so what I'm doing is, for example, I'm writing a Java program and I am naming that Java file as apple.java. Okay, so I'm writing a Java program. So what I'm doing is, I'm following the syntax and I have written a Java file. Okay, so now will it directly convert it to the like zeros and ones? No, like, so the next step is, so first what we have to do is, we have to write a Java program by using valid syntax. Okay, so after that we have to give it to the something called as compiler. Okay, so I'm giving it to the compiler. Okay, so now I'm giving it to the compiler. So now the compiler, will it directly convert it to the zeros and ones? No. What it will do is, the compiler will convert the Java program into the bytecode. Okay, it will convert to the bytecode. Okay, so the compiler will convert Java code to the bytecode. Okay, now bytecode is there. Now the bytecode, when you give it to the JVM, okay, when you give it to the JVM, okay, the JVM will convert bytecode to the binary code. Okay, bytecode to the binary code. Okay, so basically, this byte code will be in the format of kind of a numerical code. Okay, okay, no issues. So see guys, that's okay. Okay, so somebody is texted me saying the network connectivity. That's okay. uh, like you can get this video also. Okay, later you can go through. Okay, if you miss any concepts. Okay, now, so now you have a Java file, and when you give it to the compiler, now compiler will convert Java code to the bytecode, and when you give it to the JVM, JVM will convert the bytecode to the binary code. Okay, so now, for example, in Java program, if you written system.out.println hello world, so here you will get the output as hello world. Okay, so our computer does not understand the bytecode. Okay, so bytecode will be in the format of numeric. Okay, it won't understand. Okay, our computer will understand only zeros and ones. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so now I explained about the execution phases. Okay, first step is write Java program by using valid syntax, and second step is give Java program with the compiler will convert Java code to the bytecode. Okay, so now when you give this bytecode to the JVM will convert it to zeros and ones. Okay, these are the execution steps. Okay, so now okay, so now I explained about the how Java code will get execute. So now I was explaining about the platform independent. So basically what will happen is, so platform is basically write once and run anywhere concept. So now imagine you have this Windows is there, Linux is there, and Mac is there. So now what you are doing is, you are converting to the bytecode. Okay, so for each operating system, for example Windows, okay, in Windows also you have JVM installed, Linux is also JVM is installed, so Mac also JVM is installed. Okay, so JVM, what it will do is, it will convert your bytecode to the binary code. Okay, so basically that is basically platform independent concept. Okay, that is basically write once and run anywhere concept. Okay, so now we have something called as JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay, so you guys already know about JVM. Right now I explained. So what is basically JVM? So JVM, what does it will do is, so it will actually convert your bytecode to the binary code, right? So JVM is a kind of an abstract machine. So where actually, not only it execute the bytecode, it will also perform. It will basically it will loads the code, and it will verifies the code, and it will execute the code, and also it will provide runtime environment. Okay, so that is basically users of JVM. We have something called as JRE, JDK, and JVM. Okay, so JVM, I just now I explained. We have something called as JRE and JDK. So now, what is the difference between JRE and JDK? So JRE and JDK. Okay, JRE and JDK. So if you go to the programming, what is that? Program files. Okay, when you go to the program files, in program files, it physically exists basically. Okay, so if you want, I will show you. Okay, when you install JDK or JVM, this JRE. Okay, so when you go to the program files, in Java, see here JDK is there. Okay, and also in program files 86, where is it? Here, if you open, yeah, Java, see JRE is there. Okay, both JRE and JDK is physically exist. Okay, now what is the requirement of JRE? See, JRE is basically, if you want to install Java on your machine, there should be compulsory JRE. Okay, there should be. Okay, both JRE and JDK are basically physically exist. Okay, but if you install JDK, okay, JDK will provide the additional features as well. Okay, it's a basically combination of JRE and developmental tools. Okay, so JRE and plus additional developmental tools. Okay, JDK contains JRE and additional tools. Okay, that is the difference between JRE and JDK. Okay. Okay, so now what I will do is I will open my STS. Okay, guys, so why I'm using this STS? For example, if you download, okay, if you download Eclipse, what you have to do is, if you want to integrate any Spring or something, what you have to do is you have to go to the market, then you have to install this Spring and all. Okay, see, many of the times what will happen when you install Eclipse and when you go to market, when you in the market, if you download STS and all, your Eclipse won't be get stable. Okay, so because of that, what I'm doing is I'm directly installing STS. What I recommend you is, so please use the STS only. Okay, it is a more stable version. So all Spring tools, okay, see, all this require this Spring Starter input. So everything will be already there. Okay, so as a J2 developers, okay, so use this STS. Okay, this is very good tool. Okay, so now okay, let me close this project. Okay, so now, like how to create a Java program in Eclipse. So click on File, click on New. Okay, so I will choose Java project. Okay, so if Java project is not there, click on Other. Okay, search for Java. Yeah, here Java project. Click on Next. Here I will type Java Pro, Java project. Click on Next. Okay, I will click Finish. Don't create, open perspective. Okay, so that's how we can create Java, like Java project. So now if you want to create a Java program, you can directly click this, click on New. Okay, you can create a package. Inside the package you can create the class. or else you can directly create a class, also fine. So I'm creating a package. What I will do is I will name it as com.example. Okay, click on finish, click on new, click on class. Okay, so here the class name I have to give, I will type it as hello. I will click on, I want main. Okay, I will give finish. Okay, so now we have a lot of shortcut is also there. So now this is the main is there, right? So now, for example, I forgot to choose that main. Okay, do I need to write like public static? Okay, you don't need to write. Okay, just type main. Okay, just type main. Press control space. Okay, press control space. In suggestion, main will come. Click on enter. Okay, so let me explain, or else type ma control space. See, main method is coming, enter. Okay, so like that. So this is the shortcut to create a main method. Okay, now this is simple Java program. So here we have a class, we have public, we have static, we have void, we have main, we have string and args. Okay, so now see, what is this public? Okay, so public is basically access modifiers. We have 4 types of access modifiers: public, private, protected and default. Okay, so we will learn in object oriented programming language about this. Okay, next is static. We will learn about this static. Okay, static can be applied with the method, static can be applied with variables. Okay, so static we have blocks as well. Okay, so that is basically static. We have something called as void is basically return type. Okay, so we have main. Okay, we have main. So main basically it will indicate startup of a program. Okay, and we have the string and args. Strings and args are basically this is basically command line arguments. Okay, command line arguments. Okay, so now for you the question is, okay, the question is, now I have passed string and args, right? So now instead of string and args, I will pass int and args. Will this Java program will execute or not? Anybody? Okay, instead of string array and args, I am passing int and args. Will this Java program will execute or not? That's okay.
I think it might. I think it might, but what you'll get is a number of arguments and not the arguments themselves.
Okay. Okay, so now what I will do is I will create another main method here. Okay, so now what I will do is instead of string array, okay, I will pass int a like this. Okay, now I will pass here hello one. Here I will type, okay, I will type hello 2. Okay, so now if you observe here, see, you are getting 2 main methods. Okay, so now if I run this, okay, if I run this, run as Java application, see, it is still printing hello 1. Okay, it is not considering it is a main method only. Okay, so what is happening is here actually what will happen, this compiler will be there, right? So basically when you have this main methods, okay, when you have the string args is there, right? So then only it will consider it as a startup of a program. Okay, so if you have a main, okay, if you have main, so basically what does it will do is it will consider it as a normal method only. Okay, so that's why, so main it will considering it as a, this is a normal method and this is as a startup of a program. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, so now Okay. Okay. So in variables, we have three types of variables. One is local, another is instance, another is static. So a variable which is basically declared inside the method, we will call it as a local variable. A variable which is declared inside the class but outside the main method. So that is, we'll call it as a instance variable. Okay. So we have something called a static variable also. This is a very good concept. So I will explain about this static variable in upcoming class. When I start talk about the static, okay, I will explain about in details. Okay. So what will happen when you apply with the variables? So when exactly we have to apply? Okay. So we'll work on it. Okay. So yeah, this is about local and instance. I think you guys already know about this, right? When you declare a variable inside a main method, sorry, in a normal method or main method. So that is basically local variable. Instance variables will be basically inside the class but outside the method, right? So here int a is equal to 10. Okay, so this is basically local variable, right? The scope only you can access within this method only. Okay. So, but if you declare int j is equal to 20, okay. So now this instance variable, it can be accessed in another methods as well. Okay, the scope of this instance variable will be throughout the block, and the scope of local variable will be only within the method. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, so in data types, we have two types of data types. One is primitive and another is non-primitive. Okay, primitive and non-primitive. So in primitive, we have boolean is there, char is there, byte is there, short, int, long, float, double. Okay, so basically we have 8 primitive, and non-primitive string, array, your collection framework. So everything will comes under the non-primitive only. Okay, in primitive, boolean, char, byte, short, int, long, float, and double is there. Okay, so boolean, in basically what will happen if you want to store, true or false, okay, then you go for boolean. Character is like, for example, if you have a within a single quotes, for that. Okay, byte to short into long is there, right? So for that we have this memory. Okay, see here, the this byte is there, right? The size is like minus 180 128 to 127. For example, see here, you have the byte, a is equal to, okay, 127. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm printing a. Okay guys, if you want to this if you want to print a line, just type syso control space. Okay, syso control space. Okay, system.out.println will come. So now the program will it will work. It is printing 127. Now in 127, instead of 127, if I give 128, okay, so now see, I given 128, it is throwing the error itself here. Okay, when I run this program, proceed. See, compilation no problem cannot convert into byte. Why? Because the size, what is it? 127. If I give 128, it won't work. Similarly, for short, it will accept the range minus one, like 32,768 to 32,767. Okay, if you give 78, it won't accept because it is exceeding its memory. Okay, so like that, every data type is there, right? It will have, okay, it will have the memory, okay, memory size. In that memory size only, okay, you can store the values. Okay, so that is about the about this. Okay, now, okay, next is operators you have. Okay, so what I will do is see, in operators we have lot of operators is there, but sorry, Java operators. Okay, see, we have a lot of operators is there, but it's like kind of a time waste. What I will do is, so I will explain few. Okay, so now here I will declare int a is equal to 10. Okay, okay, a plus plus. Okay, so now I am running this program. Oh wait, so what will be the answer, guys? Any idea for a plus plus?
11.
Okay, so now when I run this program, okay, when I run this program,
Oh, sorry, it'll be 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so this is basically post, right? This is post, okay, but for the next condition, okay, I'm finding answer for a itself. Okay, when you run it, see, it is throwing the error. Okay, sorry, it's throwing the answer. Okay, so now answer for this is 10. For the next condition, it will become 11. And what about this? What about this? Any guess?
Now it would be 11.
Sorry?
Now it would be 11 because
No,
it's a pre-increment.
3, right? So execute 11. Okay. So now for you, the question is, what is the answer for a plus 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 a? So what will be the answer?
This would be, I guess, 10 plus 11. So that would be 21, I guess. Or,
Okay. See, when I run this program, see, it is 22.
22. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. See how it is like. See, for this condition, this is 10 itself. Okay. So now what will happen
Okay.
for the next condition? It will be incremented to 11. Okay. It will be like, see, this is like 1 plus 11. Okay. Yeah. So it will become 12 plus 10. Now 22, like that. Okay. So this is about the operators. Okay. Unary operator.
All right.
Okay. So next we will discuss about. Okay. So we have this, this and do you know what about this and this? This. Okay. So I will
Those are not.
Yeah, this is not, and this is actually I will show you. Okay, so now I will declare int a is equal to 2. Okay, so now okay, yeah. Okay, so now when I run this program, it is giving -3, right? So why it is giving -3 means, see, whenever you give this this symbol, okay, so the actually what it will happen is, see, whatever the variable you have, it will consider as a minus var, okay, minus variable, okay, -1, okay. So that's why, okay, it is like -2 -1. -2 -1 is how much? Minus. Okay, so that's why you are getting it,
Oh,
right?
is this just, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this with unsigned ints as well?
Unsigned, right? Which one I have to declare here?
I think unsigned int A2, like
82,
make it an unsigned int. No, I make it an unsigned int. I'm not sure if Java has the unsigned, but unsigned. No, right. Yeah.
Here I need to write unsigned, okay.
Yeah. I just,
No,
I
no.
think its spelling is wrong. It's unisigned. You've written.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unsigned. No.
Yeah. So unsigned. Okay, unsigned is not an operator. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, okay. So, like, we are getting this answer.
okay.
Okay. So, next. Okay. So, I did not explain about this. So, do you guys know about this shift operator?
I've read about it, but I've never used it in Java.
Yeah, I've not actually used it in an application per se.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. This actually we won't use, but for your knowledge, I will, if you want, I will just explain. Okay. Okay. So now, here I will tell int a is equal to 10. See, whenever if you give a left shift of 2, okay. So now when I give a left shift of 2, okay. So now here you know about this binary form, right? So the binary form for this is 8010. You know, right? The binary form of 10. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 4, and
4,
yeah,
8.
8, right? So here 8 and 2, that is the value of 10, right? So now whenever if you do the left shift, okay, whenever if you do left shift, okay, for example, see, it will be like this, like, dot 0. Now whenever if you do the left shift, so what it will do is it will add two more zeros. Okay, it will add two more zeros like this. Okay, so now here okay, see, this value is 1, another 0, this is 2, and another 0 is 4, and one value is 16, and 0 value is 32, and another is, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. Okay, I will make it as 64. Hey. 1, 2, 4.
8. I think it's 8.
8. Yeah. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it is right. Okay. See,
Yeah.
now in 1 we have 32, right? 32. And this is how much? 8, right? So
8.
32 plus 8 is how much?
40.
40. Okay. When I run this program, see, 40 is coming. Okay. So this is
Okay.
basically left shift. But if you do
Alright.
the right shift, so then what it will happen is, see now this is there, right? So what it will do is, it's basically, it will add, this is there, right? 10 is there, right? It will add after, like this. Okay. So
Okay.
now, yeah, now when I run this, hey, wait. I haven't. Oh, yeah. So here I have to do
It's
right.
after that.
Right shift.
Yeah.
So when I run this, see, you are getting
2.
2. Yeah, 2 you are getting, because see here, first one is there, right? The first one value is 1, right? 1, and this is 2, right? This is 2,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Yeah, so 2 is printing like that. Okay, it will move after this. Okay, so this
Okay.
is basically right. Now you have something called as this one. You have this one. So what it will do is, Okay, you are getting 2. Why you are getting 2 is, for example, we have this 1010, right? 1010 is there. So now what it will do is, it will add, okay, it like this, okay, and it will add 00 here, 00 here, okay. So because of that, you are getting 2 as here, okay, 2 as the answer, 2 as the answer, okay. So this is like what the use of this, okay. Okay, so anyway, why to waste a lot of time? Okay, so yeah, so greater than, lesser than. So this is used to compare, okay, double equals and not equal. So here the important thing is, so anybody know what is the difference between, double and and? Anybody know what is the difference between bitwise and logical and? Kind of interview question I can tell. What is the difference between logical and bitwise and?
Logical and compares two Boolean values, and a bitwise and can is used between two integers, I guess. So it
Right, right,
performs an and. Yeah.
right. Okay. So this is actually, if you want to perform the operations. For example, okay. So I will give 8. Okay. I will give 2 here, 2 like this. So now when I run this, see it is giving 0. Why? Because the value of 8 is 100 like this, and value for 2 is 0001, right? So now what will
Yeah.
happen? 01 is 0, 00 is 0, 00 is 0, 10 is 0. Okay, that's why you're getting us 0. So if you perform logical or, sorry, logical or, okay, so now what will happen? This is 8 and 1. If I run this program, okay. Oh yeah, sorry, sir. This is 1 and 0, right? Yeah. So here what will happen? 0 is 0, 0 and 1 is 1, 0 is 0, 1 0 is 1, 1 0, 1 0, 1 0, 1 0 value is 10. Okay, like that. So that is important. We have to know. And okay, last, do you want to explain about the ternary operators? This is very important because in programming also a lot of time. So many of the times what will happen is, instead of using this
If else, you can just
uh,
combine them into one statement with ternary. If that condition is true before the before the question mark, you can execute what's before the colon, or else you execute what's after the colon.
yes, exactly. Okay, this is the last one I'm going to explain. So now here I am declared int I is equal to 2. Okay, int 4 is equal to, sorry, int j is equal to 4. Okay, so now int min, okay, is equal to, I'm doing I is less than j. Okay, I is less than j, question mark I colon j. Okay guys, this is very important, because instead of writing that big if loop, okay, you can write this. Okay, so now if I print min here, okay, it will print, it is printing the 2, because what you are doing is 2 is less than 4. Okay, 2 is less than 4. Okay, the condition is true, that's why it is printing I. Okay, that's why it is printing I. Okay, so if it is false, then it will print j. Okay, now 2 is greater than 4, the condition is false, then it has to print j, right? So when I run this, it is printing 4. Okay, so this is ternary operators. Okay, very important. Okay, so this is about the operators. Okay, so since you guys already know about this, so now what I will do is, Guys, can I continue for like a few more? Because you guys are already studied. Because I don't want to explain
Yeah.
scratch. I will just skip a few concepts. Okay. So now,
Yeah.
skip means I will
Yeah,
explain you.
sure.
I can directly start with this OOPS concept from tomorrow itself. Okay. So basically, what will happen in my classes? Majority of the students will come from non-technical background as well. So many of the students will come from electronics and so that's why I made this PPTs. Okay. So you guys are already know about a lot of concepts. So I will just skip few. Okay. So do you guys know about this typecasting? Okay. So this typecasting is basically you have two types. One is implicit and another is explicit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see any example we have for typecasting. Guys, 1 minute. I will just have some water and I will come back. 1 minute. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, so the next concept we have here. Yeah, guys. So we have this concept of widening and narrowing. Okay, so here the example I can take is I will take byte. Okay, byte b is equal to, okay, I will take it as 100. Okay, so now I will take I have to take bigger data type. So I will take int c is equal to, okay. Oh yeah. So what I will do is int c is equal to, I will declare b. Okay, I will declare b. So now when I print c here, okay, when I print c here, okay. So when I run this program, okay, see it is accepting. See what I'm doing is I have declared the data type byte, which is small. Okay, so byte data type is small, right? I am declaring with int, which is big, right? So here the concept is widening can happen if both types are compatible and target type is larger than the source type. Okay, larger than the source type. What I'm doing is I'm giving the small, okay, and I'm declaring with the bigger one. Okay, so I'm getting it. Okay, now the problem will come when I give, okay, when I give this as int, this as int, this as byte, this as byte. See, there is a problem. When I run this, proceed. See here, unresolved compilation problem. Okay, cannot convert int into byte. Okay, so now I still want to declare it. So what can I do? Any solution for now? Any solution for this?
You can use something like in. Okay. So you can use something like a box class, like you say if you want to convert from a byte to integer, you would use something like it. Like if you want to convert from a float to an integer, you use something like integer.parseInt. So maybe there's something like byte.parseByte, I
Yeah.
think.
See, that you can use, but here actually we are not actually converting. So what we are doing is we are declaring the like bigger to the smaller. Okay. So now what you have to do is we have to tell the explicitly. Okay. Explicitly we have to tell. Okay. You have to perform narrowing here. Okay. So now here, okay, you just need to mention the type as byte. Okay. Byte like this. Okay. When I run this. Okay, so when I run this program, see it is printing 100. See this actually, if you guys are know about that Android, in Android what we will do is, for example, if there is any button enter, button is equal to typecast of button find view by ID, like that we will write. Okay, so whenever no they mention like this, they're performing the narrowing. Okay, so this is narrowing. Okay, so I think now you know
I
what
see.
is it. Yeah, so narrowing and so they're indirectly doing this typecasting. Okay, okay. So now I don't know to go now explain about this control statement. You guys are already know about that. Okay, we have if we have if else. If the condition is false, then it will execute else statement. Okay, so we have this if else if ladder, right? So what it will do is it will compare, right? So now let me exclude this program. Okay, if I run this program, see it is printing grade C. Why it is printing grade C? Because see you declared is I know 65. Okay, marks as 65. Now marks is 65. 65 is less than 50. Okay, it won't execute. If won't execute, it will go to the else if. Okay, so now 65 is greater than or equals to 50. This condition is true, but it is not less than 60, right? So now it will go here. It will go here. So now 65 is greater than 60. The condition is true, and here 65 is less than 70. The condition is true. That's why it will print as grade C. Okay. So if none of the statements got executed, then what will happen? The else statement will get executed. Okay. This is about the else if ladder. Okay. Now we have this switch is there. So switch what will happen, guys? So here in switch what you have to know is important thing in switch. Okay, either you can go for this else if, or you can go for switch, but in switch you have little kind of not kind of limitation I can tell. Here see here you can use double, right? See here you can use double. Okay, you can use whatever the data you want basically in the else if ladder. But when it comes to the switch, when it comes to the switch, okay, when it comes to the switch, see here, okay, you cannot use, see, you cannot use double. Okay, you cannot use double. See, only allowed data type in the switch is char is allowed, int is allowed. Okay, no other data type will be allowed in switch. This is the only important thing you have to remember. Difference between switch and if else ladder. Okay, in if else ladder you can put whatever the data we want. Okay, but in comes to the switch, only double and char is allowed. Okay, so this is the one of the thing you have to remember. Okay, in switch. So now we have loops. Okay, in for loop, you know, right? In for loop, what will happen? There will be initialization. Okay, there will be condition. Okay, and you have increment or decrement, right? So in for loop, you have two types. One is simple for loop, and another is enhanced for loop. Enhanced for loop is it's kind of a while loop only. See, for example, if you have an array, right? If you want to print one by one, okay. So you can simply mentioning increment and decrement. Simply declare int I arr like this. Okay. So then what will happen? It will print one after another. Okay, that is enhanced for loop. Okay, see what will happen every time you cannot give increment, decrement, all these things. Okay, so because of that they given this enhanced for loop. Okay, you can use it. Okay, now you have while loop and do while. Can somebody tell me what is the difference between while and do while?
It's an exit control loop when you're doing a do while situation, when you're using a do while, whereas in the while it's not an exit control one.
Okay, right. Yeah, and another main difference is
So a do while loop will execute at least once. A while loop will only execute if the condition is true.
yes, exactly. Okay, see in while loop what will happen? While loop, so the first difference is in while loop, the condition, the first condition will come, then the statements will come. In do while, what will happen? The statement will come, then in the end the condition will come. Okay, that is the main the first difference. The second difference is as you told. See here, I will take this do while. See while loop, in while loop, if the condition is true, then only it will enter the loop. Okay, but when it comes to the do while, okay, what is this? Okay, when it comes to do while, what will happen? Even the condition is false. Okay, see now, int I is equal to 1, have declared 1 is less than or equal to 10. This condition is true. Okay, when I run this program, see it is printing 1 to 10, but what I'm doing is I'm giving the condition itself wrong. Okay, so now when I run this program, okay, when I run this program, it is printing 1. Why it is printing 1? Because obviously it's in do while, what will happen? The statements will come, then the condition will come, right? So what will happen? I is there, then what happened is I, it is printed, 1 is printed. Okay, so that is what happened. Now the condition is false, it is not able to increment, it is stopped at 1. Okay, in do while, what will happen? Even the condition will false, it will run, the condition will run once. Okay, that is a difference. Okay, okay, we have something called as break and continue. If you want to mm, okay, so when I run this program, see what happened is yeah, see it has to print till 10, right? So now what I did is I is equal to 5. Now what happened? See in first I is equal to 1, 1 is less than or equal to 10, the condition is true, it print 1. Like that, now each condition it went. When I is 5, 5 double equals 5. When 5 double equals 5, what I am doing is break. So what happened is it will print 1 2 3 4, and 5 6 7 8 9 10, it is not executed. Okay, but instead of break, if you use continue, what will happen, guys, if I give continue?
So a break will exit the closest loop entirely. The continue will continue the next iteration. So it will skip 5, but it will go to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Exactly. Okay, it will print
It will
1
go 1, 2,
2
3, 4, 6.
yeah, 1 2 3 4
Yeah.
6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so that is basically,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so like that it is printing. So okay, so break and continues, comments, we have single line and multi-line comments like this. Okay, okay, see next we have methods. We have two types of method. One is built-in and another is user defined. See in user defined, what will happen? For example, you have something called as any example for inbuilt method? Yeah, see inbuilt method we have like println. Okay, what does it will println? It will print it. Okay, exit 0, right? It will come out of this like that. Okay, we have this built-in functions. We have something called as user-defined functions. So user-defined functions, we have rules. User-defined functions, every method should declared inside the Java class. Every method should be called inside the main method in order to execute. See, now what will happen? I'm writing a method, right? So I'm writing a method that is public static void, like this. Okay, I've written one method here. Run. Okay, see, I've written a method. Oh yeah, let me delete. Okay, so now when I run this program, okay, nothing is coming. Why? Because you are not at all called. Because if see, writing the method, if you want to call it, you have to call it inside the main method, right? So every method should be declared inside the main method, and every method should be called inside the main method in order to be called. Okay, so this is about the methods. So in methods, like we have something called as we have this return type. So now here, okay, so now if I declare the run as int, okay, if I declare int, so now we have to give the return type, okay, return type as integer only. Okay, if it is boolean, okay, if it is boolean, okay, if it is boolean, the return type should be true or false. Okay, so this is basically return type. But if you give void, okay, void will not ask any return type. Okay, so that is the differences. Okay, method with the return types. Okay, okay, method with arguments. Okay, yeah, so what I will do is, so usually I used to 3 or 4 class after that I used to start oops concept. So what I will do is I will start oops concept from tomorrow itself. Okay, so now before I going to explain like wind up the session, we will work on some of the interview questions. Okay, okay, so if you know the answer you can tell. Okay, so a few questions. Okay, what is Java? I'm not asking you. What is difference between C++ and Java? So basically the C++ is not the platform independent, but Java is platform independent. In C++ we use pointers. In Java we don't use pointers. In C++ we use goto statements. In Java we don't use goto statements. Blah blah blah. We have differences, right? Features, we have Java is multi-threading. Java is platform independent, right? So Java is object-oriented programming language. The syntax is simple, right? So this is some of the features of Java. What do you understand from the JVM? JVM is an abstract machine. What it will do? It will load the code and it will verify the code and it will also execute the results as well. And the JVM, what it will do is basically it is installed in like all the operating system in order to execute, right? It will convert your bytecode to binary code, right? So platform is basically any hardware or software environment in which the program runs. That is basically platform. Okay, so what is the main difference between Java platform and other platform? Java platform is a platform independent. Other platforms are not, right? So that is the main difference. So for you, the question is, what gives the Java write one and run anywhere concepts? What do you think?
As long as you have the JVM installed for a particular architecture, like say for your whatever desktop you're running it on, no matter where you write like you could have written it on a completely different architecture, as long as it's translated to the intermediate representation, that in the case of Java is the bytecode, you should be able to compile it anywhere.
Yeah, so bytecode actually giving you, okay?
Yeah.
Bytecode. Okay, so now the question for you is, this is a very simple question. So what I'm doing is, I've written a Java program. Now what I'm doing is, I'm giving, dot Java. I'm not giving apple dot Java. Okay, I'm giving dot Java. Will still the program will get execute?
If the name of the class is empty, then it will execute, like the main class in that
It will
thing.
execute.
Otherwise, I'm not.
Yeah, it will execute.
Okay.
Okay, even if you're not given apple dot Java, still it will execute. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Delete next main exit null. These are the keywords in Java.
Main is a keyword.
Mm-hmm.
Delete is in C or C++. Not. I'm not sure about Java.
Okay, guys. Actually, see, main is not in Java. It's not a keyword. Actually, it only just indicates the startup of this one. Okay. So basically, these are all not. This is not okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
So none of them are keywords. Okay.
Okay.
So okay. So now what he is doing is, instead of static void, static public. See, we have this public static void is there, right? So what he's doing is static public void. Will still the program will run?
It
Yes.
should.
It will.
Yeah.
But what if
Yeah.
you write the return type if you change the order of return type?
It won't, because the qualifier, the access specifier, needs to come ahead of the return type, I think.
Exactly. Okay. But here you can change. Okay. Static public you can change,
Yeah.
but void you cannot change. Okay. Okay. So this is the sum of the. Okay. We'll see. I have a few more FAQs. Okay. Few more FAQs is there. We'll work on it. Okay. What is the default value of instance variables? What do you think? Okay. See here. See, we have this instance variable. Okay. We have this instance variable. Now what I'm doing is int a like this I have given. Now I have given syso of a here. Oh yeah, I have to declare it as a static. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I am executing this program. Okay. What do you think will be the answer?
I think 0.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting it as a 0. Why exactly I'm getting a 0? Because if you not give any value for the instance variable, okay, by default the compiler will provide 0 for it. Okay. But he's asking what is the default value of instance variable? Yeah, 0. Okay. Now what is the default value of local variables? Okay. The local variable. Okay, there is no default value itself. Okay, if you declare any variable as local, okay, like this, see, now only you are getting the error when you run this program. See, the local variable may not have been initialized. Okay, which means local variables you should not use like that. You have to declare in order to use it. Okay, so that is the default. Okay, there is no default value for the local, but instance
Okay.
0.
Yeah, so I have a question. So what if you try another data type, like something that's not an int, for
Yeah,
an instance variable?
for instance, if you use
Yeah.
boolean, okay, if you use boolean, I think it's false
Okay.
by default, I guess. Okay, boolean, it's very good question. Okay, so if you declare boolean a like this, okay, now
Right.
yeah, it's static. I think default value is false. Let me run. See, default value is false.
Okay, and if it were a string, say for example?
Okay, string. Okay, it should be null, I guess.
Nice.
See, null.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like a double means 0.0 something like that. Default value.
All right, got it.
Okay, so these are default values. Okay. which actually given by the compiler. Okay. Now, what is the default value for float and double? Actually, float is there, right? It's actually,
Yeah.
something like f something will come. Float. Okay. Oops, 0.0 is it? Okay. It's 0.0 for float and double also 0.0 itself. Okay.
Okay.
Default value for Boolean, just now we checked this null. Okay. Now, the question for you is, okay, so let me copy this. I will paste here. Okay. Oh, not this one. Yeah, which. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Paste here. Guys, what will be the answer for this? And what will be the answer for this? This is really important question. Any guess, fine. Any guess is fine.
I think for the second one, it would literally be like Java 1020 in the string, Java 1020.
Okay. See now, what will happen? See, anything if you declare before the string and after the string, okay, we have the meaning. Okay. See, when I run this program, see, if you declare anything before the string, see, it is giving 10 plus
Yeah.
20. See, 30 Java is coming. Okay, 30 Java is coming.
Okay.
After string, whatever you print, it will consider it as a string only. It is considering
Okay.
10 and 20 as a string. It's simply appending. See, 10, 20. Okay.
All right.
This is the okay. And what about if I give multiplication? Any answer? Any guess for this?
I guess 200 Java and Java 200.
Exactly. Okay. See, many of people will think like 200, 10, 20 something like that. Okay. Don't confuse because when I run this program, it only applicable for plus only. If you have plus, then it will consider it as a string. If you have multiplication, it won't bother about it. Okay. 200 Java,
Okay.
Java 200. Okay. This one. Okay. You know about continue and break. Okay. So I don't need to explain. I just explain about that. Can we declare main method of our class as private? Can we declare main method as private?
I don't think so.
Okay. Private. Okay. See, it is allowing. It is allowing. But see here. It become kind of
Yeah.
red. It become kind of red here. Okay. See, the run as Java program itself, it is not coming. Okay. No.
Yeah.
Answer is no. Answer is no. Okay. So yeah, last one. Oops. Here. What is? Oh yeah. Sorry. I will delete this and this. What is the answer for this?
Java.
Are you sure?
J plus A plus V plus A. No, these are bytes. It would be, I think it would be the values of those characters. Sorry.
Yes. Okay. So actually,
Yeah.
for A you have ASCII value, right? Sir,
Yeah.
Java also you have ASCII values. We also you
Yeah.
have ASCII values. When I run this, see it is giving some 418. Okay, so it will print the ASCII values. Okay, of each one, and it is adding and it
Okay.
is printing. Okay, so 418. Okay. So now, what if the static modifier is removed from the signature of main method? Will it still the program will work? So it's telling, so I'm not passing static. Will still the program will work?
I don't think it should.
Okay, so when I run this program, see, run a Java program, it is not coming. Okay, the static should be there. Okay, okay, guys. So yeah. Okay, So what I will do is from tomorrow itself we'll start the OOPS concepts. Okay. So
All right.
now what I will do is I will send you all the FAQs. I will send you the PPTs. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? It is fast or it is okay or what do you guys think?
This is
It's pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we'll go in this phase because every detail, every minute detail, we'll study. We'll go. Okay. So okay, guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I will start directly with the OOPS concepts from tomorrow. We'll go in detail, guys. I will explain you in detail. Okay. So
All right. I have another question. So,
mhm.
how would we be conducting these? As in, would you be giving any exercises for us to perform in addition to teaching us? Would we be performing them in class or, yeah.
What I will do is, every class I will teach you the class. In the end, I will ask you the questions like this. Okay, we'll go like that only. See, basically today we worked on how many questions? 20 questions basically, right? So 20. So for 20 classes, 20 into 20, 400 questions, guys. 400 interview
Okay.
questions we will be solving. Okay, so every class. And meanwhile, what we will do is we need to work on Java programs as well. So for example, how to print, Fibonacci series,
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
factorial
that is my
operators,
questions.
primer not. So we'll be working on that as well. Okay, we'll be working on Java programs. We'll be working on FAQs, and also meanwhile we'll be working on the concepts as well. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So see you guys tomorrow, and have a nice day, guys.
You too. Good night.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Good night.
Bye, guys.